Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to A1 Hoop Zone. Back at y'all with another one, man. But before we jump into this, make sure you hit that like button, sub to the channel if you're new. Uh, Also, hey, if you win anything off these predictions, man, I'm not asking for anything except for your participation by hitting the like button, subbing to the channel. If you win anything off of it, man, hit me with a comment. Let me know. Let me know so that no way it lets me know I'm doing something right, man. Much appreciated. But nonetheless, let's dive off into this. We got the Los Angeles Lakers versus the San Antonio Spurs. Getting a back-to-back game. If not familiar, they just played yesterday. Lakers escaped with an 11-point win. They held on to the lead even though it got dicey towards the end of the game. They managed to stay focused and pull away with it. At one point, they was up by upwards of 15 plus. Excuse me, being up by 15 at one point, and Spurs, they're a hard-fought team, well coached, and they battle back and they continue to fight. They're a young, vibrant team that's out there. So again, what happens if you let your foot off the gas? This team, reeled and wins and position themselves back to give themselves a chance to win the game. And this Lakers team, again, with LeBron making his return, you can kind of see how some of these players start to kind of lax and kind of expect or look to him to kind of pick up and act as if he's in year 10 instead of year 20, which I said in the previous video that this team needs to stay just as aggressive as they was and he was out and he was watching. They need to play the exact same, which will allow him to kind of come back properly from his injury, heal, and kind of take his time coming back into the fold of things instead of him coming back and feeling like he needs to do each and everything out there on the court. But also at this point in stage in his career, also, man, I think a lot of this should be running through Anthony Davis. He should be, commanding the ball a lot more as well. So he has to, shoulder some of that responsibility when it comes to that aspect of it. But AD is putting up numbers, man. He's playing like the AD from the AD of old, and instead of an old fragile AD, we're seeing that I guess you say Hornets or Pelicans AD that's out there putting on these type of numbers, man. And it's a sight to see. Like I said, health is a major key and a major issue. Anytime when he sneezes, you kind of hold your breath and hoping nothing's going wrong or anything like that. But it looks like he's trying to play through a little nagging injuries as well. So I got to give him his props for that as well. But again, man, continue to do what you're doing. Stay aggressive on both ends of the court, and you can see the impact he makes on the game. And obviously with Russ, he's flourishing in his off the bench role. So enjoying him seeing that. Still, just some of the decision making during the game, understanding key possessions and our time of possession and things of that nature, man. Still some things that, would love to see him work on a bit more, but it comes with the territory. I've learned to kind of see that it comes with it at this point. And now, like I said in a different video, Dennis Schroeder being back, man, I like him being out there just because he does play defense. He does make smart decisions with the ball. He can get to the rim. He can knock down an open shot. So he's a threat at all different levels, mainly also, again, on that defensive end as well. And his IQ with the basketball, he just doesn't rush in doing something crazy. He tends to make a better decision with the ball as well, man. He's not careless out there with it as well. And obviously, this Lakers team was missing their little I guess you can say that fly at the barbecue that you have, and I say that in all jokingness or whatnot. But Pat Bev, not being there due to he's serving his suspension for pushing Aiden. Real quick on that situation is I feel I called it and told a different one of the individual, like one of my friends I talked to about it. I was like, yeah, they're gonna suspend him. Why? Unfortunately, and I guess in the league guys, they'll view him as a repeat offender because he pushed Chris Paul in the back. But nonetheless, on that, man, they're trying to keep the league as a clean kept image at this point as well. But then again, man, you need somebody like that on your team as well to kind of let them know that you have, your teammates back to the nth degree, even if that means sacrificing your own. You're still making a statement and putting it out there that we're not going to be pushed around. We're going to be the ones that's doing the pushing. So I have no issue with Pat Bev at that point standing up for Reeves, man. Would have loved AD to do it since he was standing right there, but Pat Bev and may be they may be built different. You know what I mean? So, but that's all I got for you, man. I got my Lakers beating the Spurs again. If Lakers kind of do the same thing, get lackadaisical and start having turnovers, man, this Spurs team has the capability to get them up out of there. So we'll have to wait and see what happens, man. But again, I got the Lakers winning this one. That's all I got for y'all, man. I appreciate you stopping through. Make sure you hit that like button, sub to the channel if you're new. Leave a comment under the comment section. I'll be sure to respond to each and every one of y'all. Also, if you wish to support the channel, that information is flowing at the bottom of the screen. It's also in the description of the video. Again, I appreciate you stopping through, and I'll catch you on another one.